You are listening to the Hello Sport podcast.
I just ate a lot, dude. When I'm stoned and I'm up and the cricket's on and it's like I should just go to bed. Or like when I'm, pottering around.
But
like,
what are you eating?
Fucking
Midnight snacks.
Well, like ham and cheese, sambo, or fucking hummus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's not bad. I just
Ham and cheese.
I just
It's not great at fucking 11 o'clock at night.
ham and cheese smashed in between two fucking big pillowy slices of bread. It's not fucking good. It's certainly not good. Not to mention fucking Steph getting chocolate in the house. I'm just like, can you? I need you to know that I am a fucking junkie and I can't stop it.
You got to set yourself up for success. Like, have some nice munchies that are healthy-ish.
Dude, it's like there's always something in the fucking house and I can't. Like, I will eat the girl's fucking. Steph's dad's birthday yesterday and we went and got like ice cream, fucking had a little thing for him. But Steph's like, got a tub of ice cream as opposed to just like, let's get some, because the girls wanted to do something, right? Like to have a little birthday thing for him. Just get them a little bit of ice cream. Don't get a tub of fucking ice cream from Messina because I'm going to eat it all when everyone goes to bed. And I did.
Yeah.
I fucking pounded the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Sit on the couch, tequila, Messina. Then you know what I did, Eddie? I found fucking Smarties in the cupboard.
Oh,
What are they doing there? What were they doing there?
When you say you found them, is it a rummage?
No.
Are you like a beagle that picks?
No, I'm like a
picked
bear
up-
that's
yeah.
coming to a campsite.
Or like, a beagle that's picked up a scent. You know.
Well, I don't have that ability, a scent.
No, but you're more of a vibe, obviously.
Listen, over the weekend, I found a cachet of naughties in the cupboard where Steph hides it, right?
How is this when you say hide it?
She's hiding it from me.
But is she hiding it well?
No. It was behind something in I just went, oh, there's that. Like, I wasn't even looking for it. But my eyes, like subconsciously, I'm always looking for it, obviously. But I don't know that.
Where do you think you're at in terms of potentially getting a lockbox that you don't know the code to? Is that
Dude,
unrealistic?
I honestly would welcome that.
Yep.
It'd piss me off, though. You'd find me, like, in a rage, like, smashing I'd try and find a way to blow it up one night. Like, if the mood really struck.
Yeah. Buy your own welding kit. Or
Yeah,
the
exactly. Or
fucking
some bolt cutters, grinder.
grinder.
Well, there's someone actually looking to give us some high-power tools.
Well, listen, Tom may need a grinder. I think that'd be smart and prudent, eyes up rugby league football
or,
from you, mate.
Or just don't buy it.
Yeah, but it's going to be purchased. I think we all know this. There's other people in the family, there's other people in the house that might want to indulge in a treat from now and then.
Yeah, look, but
The only one that can't be trusted is you.
I'm the worst at it. Steph's also pretty bad.
But Steph's in great nick.
Yeah, she's in fantastic nick.
She's not. She doesn't have a nick-based problem.
No, she doesn't. No,
You
she
do.
Doesn't. I do. I'm all out of Nick.
You've Nick's left the building. You're Nickless.
Oh, dude. I don't know if Nick was ever here, but I mean...
Well, I think I've
There
seen...
was certainly
No,
Nick.
I've
Yeah,
seen
there was-
photos of you.
No,
When Nick was around when you were younger.
Yeah.
Nick and you were mates.
No, Nick's gone.
Nick's fucked off.
Nick's fucked all the way off. But...
Nick's seeing Steph now.
Yeah. Steph often leaving the house for extended periods of time. I'm just not looking into it, but she's off with Nick.
She's with Nick. Getting into Nick.
She's getting into Nick. Nick getting into her. I'm not in good Nick. So, look, I am back on my almond and apple diet.
You've been on that and off that a little bit recently.
To be honest, I've actually not been on it once since I trained. Like, since I lost all that weight. I've just been saying I'm going to get on it.
Oh,
and
you
then-
haven't actually done
Well, then we get fucking sushi and I order like 12 kilos of sushi and we sit there and then we both lay on the couch afterwards because we've eaten too much, right? Like, my arm, pure rubber. I'm like, if I just get like this 4 set of fucking, salmon or tuna sushi here, and then I see Eddie with a agadashi tofu and a, tempura prawn hand roll or whatever they are, California rolls, and I'm sitting here just like,
Just with the raw tuna.
yeah.
So are you back on the apple and almonds now?
I didn't bring any food in.
Right.
And I'm going
So we're going to get lunch?
Well, no. This is the only thing I was thinking was apple and almond is a metaphor for not eating much, right? So if I was to just literally get 4 rolls, is that play on?
4 rolls?
No, as in your 4 pieces of sushi, as opposed to
We get 8.
No, but you can get a 4 thing of.
Can you get 4?
You can get a 4 of just tuna rice. Raw
Can you?
tuna, yeah.
Okay. That's small.
Yeah, that's small.
That's doable.
That's doable.
That's almond and apple stuff.
Sort of is.
You can do that. I'll stick to what I know, which is prawn tempura, raw tuna,
That
8 rolls
agadashi
each. That's
tofu,
16
bro.
rolls all up. Then maybe an agadash. That's what I know.
What's the one you had on Friday? We chucked in some real rogue shit.
Oh, mate, I got a fucking teriyaki bowl on Friday.
Yeah, and I had chicken katsu on top
You
of
know
all
the
the
one
other
that comes
trimmings.
with. It came with punters and dribblers. I know this is thrilling podcasting. It came with 2 gyozas.
Gyoza.
And then the teriyaki chicken, bit of a salad, some rice, and I just pounded that bitch. And I had an agadashi tofu, and I had a prawn tempura. It was too much food. It was way too much
But
food.
energy was really high before we had that. Like we were, all right, got to do some work. Let's knuckle down. Both had our laptops on our fucking laps, getting ready in the afternoon sun. Sushi rocks up. We basically hit sushi coma immediately.
Sushi comas are a real thing.
Yep.
Sushi comas are a real thing.
We down tools.
And they threaten the productivity of men and women across this great nation.
Eddie, Dustin Johnson looking like dropping out of the top. He's now 9th.
Well, he's well outside, mate. He's dropped shots. You can forget about top 5.
Well,
you might be thinking about forgetting about top 10.
Well, that's what I mean, and I didn't have him top 20, so it's really going to piss me off.
I'd love that.
I know you would. I walk in here
Did you
top
get any
5.
bets?
I beat my dick. No.
Yeah, so I would love that.
Yeah. Have you got any?
3, 2.
Oh, you've had a good
2.
week.
A triple and a triple staked Felty who just always looked likely.
Yeah.
And then a double dommy.
That's right. I've had nothing. I've had absolutely nothing. What a weekend, though, Edward. What a bloody... You know what? It is a fantastic time to be a fan of sport. Now, rugby league's a little bit like at the moment. Because
Well, it's a bit
bye
bye-roundy.
But I am fucking loving the Ashes. Like, it is just... To be honest, if it wasn't rain delay last night, I was considering staying up all night and just going like, fuck it. As in, I'll watch it.
Oh,
and go
doing
to
the
sleep.
third session. The third session has still eluded me.
Yeah, same.
I've except for last night, obviously the rain delay, I packed it in.
Yeah.
But the 2 nights before that, I've pounded sessions 1 and 2, punters and dribblers. Sessions 1 and 2.
Separates the men from the boys, session 3.
Session 3 is you look at it a 3 a.m. finish. It's bold.
I tell you what, though, it is exciting to wake up in the morning. The first thing you do is just go, Usman got it done, yes.
Well, I wake up.
Carey's on 50.
There's
heads
been a
up
couple.
50.
There's been the first one for me was when I woke up after night 1, checked my phone, and 385 declared or whatever it was. I go, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, Baz Ball has got me feeling all sorts of things.
All
Like,
sorts of things. Things
it's-
I've never felt before.
Like, it's-
I couldn't imagine.
It's fun.
I couldn't imagine in my wildest dreams that England would declare with 2 wickets in the shed after 70 overs.
And root on 100. A man in there on 100.
Who was seeing them like beach balls, carting us all around the park.
Like, it makes it fun. This has been a enthralling test match. Like, it's just been very interesting. Dude, yesterday... Because obviously we got a lot to cover here, but like most recent memory, which was last night, that fucking the tactic to get Usman out,
The umbrella field.
Yeah. And just straight away it just rattled him.
No, he was super rattled.
It just changed. He hadn't, and it was funny because Punter was talking like he's been fantastic to listen to. By the way, he was like
Dear friend. Shout out to Ricky.
dear friend, but he was like, Usman has like. Usman has scored 5 of the last 33 runs. Like, he's doing absolutely nothing. He's really slowed down. He's like, as a batter, you hate to you always want to be like at least just contributing, keeping the scoreboard ticking over. And then they do this wiggy field and he just goes for it. And you just like, Usman walks off there.
Wasn't a bad Yorker either.
It was a terrific ball, but you've got to bowl to the plan, right? Like, the fields were set and then it's like, now do this thing. It was so great to see like harebrained captaincy tactical genius just come off. You're like, Usman walks off going, fuck me, he got me. They rattled me, they got me out of my rhythm and I went for it. And then we were looking at a lead. We were eyeballing a lead, a first innings lead, and then we were all out fucking 7 behind them.
Well, listen, our tail doesn't wag with like it can do if Stark's in there. Boland, Hazelwood line. We were talking about this earlier. Line goes all right. Scotty Boland and
Scotty
Hazelwood
Boland looks
not great.
Scotty looked terrifying.
Not great. No. Not great. That's by the by, though. I mean, it's so evenly poised right now, punters and dribblers. I can't help but touch myself because this is what it's all about. Bazball, which has just lit a fire under this whole fucking series, as if the English series in England isn't good enough already. You've got Stokes coming out, declaring after 70 overs, like the earliest declaration I think ever in Ashes history, something like that. Dave might be able to find out. You're setting the funkiest fields of all time. Like, they go out there still swinging for the hills, even though it was cloudy and the ball was nipping about. They didn't give a fuck. They just went out there and they're just swinging away. Then in the post-match press conferences, they're saying, we don't care about results. And I'm like,
you do, though.
No, but like, listen, obviously you
Shut
do.
up.
No, obviously you do. But if you'd said that in another series, you'd be shot.
Yes.
You'd be fucking...
Some of
you'd
that,
be thrown to the wolves, mate.
Rory's lost his ball here. Look at this.
No, it's just going in the bunker.
No, I know, but they're trying to find it. They're literally in there digging it out. They can't find it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they...
Look
Oh, shit. Oh, no, lost ball. Rory looking down the barrel
one
of...
shot off the lead. Oh, is it in
another
there? Has he
major.
found it? Can you get that out? What's the ruling there? We're watching the US Open final here.
What is the ruling if it's plugged? That is. I don't know what the ruling is if it's plugged.
They're fingering that hole right now,
Oh,
trying
he's
to
fingering
work it
it.
out.
Oh, geez, he's working that hole.
That's a course official there is fingering the hole that Rory's ball was in. They've marked it, removed it. Interesting. That is one of the worst possible places your ball could land. Like, that is fucked.
I don't know what the ruling is. But yeah, so like when they say, oh, we don't care what the result is, yes, you do.
You 100% do.
It's the
Shut up.
Ashes, Ben. It's the Ashes, mate. What, you don't want to be an Ashes winning captain? Is
But
that
also,
what you're telling me?
okay, listen, if that's going to be your energy, then it'll be interesting to see how the English public react if you lose, when you lose, because that like, we don't give a fuck energy is, it's a little bit like, okay, dude, like, you don't need to try and act super cool all the time.
You're allowed to say...
You're allowed to be honest and be like,
no, but you're allowed to play balls to the wall cricket and
Still
be super
care about
unorthodox
winning.
and still care.
But, like, you know what, though? The way that the Ben Duckett or whatever got out last night, and again, if you want to listen to great recaps on each day's play, Test Match Special, BBC Test Match Special, phenomenal. I love hearing English dudes talk about fucking cricket, like the older ones. But then they have Aussies on there as well.
Like Aggers and fucking...
Also, the great cricketer do their, like, rap.
Yeah,
on
they do
YouTube,
a good one
which
too.
They're the two that I
You
power.
both you listen to both.
Yes, one of them's hilarious, and the other one is
Serious.
Pommy. But they were like, it's okay to, like, just fucking stop Bazballing for like a second. You know what I mean? Like, last night after the rain, came back cloudy, ball was doing a bit. Australia starts setting some attacking fields.
For once.
Thank Christ. And
if we didn't set attacking fields there, I would have had a fucking heart attack.
You know, Ben Duckett hasn't left a ball all
He's left
or he's left one.
No, 1% of his balls in Test cricket he's left. 1%.
Yeah. It's like, okay, dude, great, I get it, but also, like, and I don't care because I'm Australian, like, do whatever you want, but it just seems like it was a little bit, like, you didn't need to go for that.
No, he didn't. But I'm glad he did.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm glad he did, mate, because now we've got two in the shed.
Yeah.
And
they've got like a 35
run lead.
Which is nothing. So 2 for 35, thanks for coming. I'd eat ass for that sort of a score.
I want us to come out tomorrow morning for them, and attack those fields, like be more attacking.
Yeah.
I don't like this pussy on the fucking fence, like defensive fields from the outset. Like, let's rip in a little bit.
Yeah, let's have a bit
you know
of
what
a
I mean?
crack.
Bit of chin music,
a bit of a crack as a nation.
Let's
right?
have a bit of a crack as a nation. And if it's not working, then maybe we can retreat, stop the flow. But let's start with a bit of passion.
Yeah. Bit of aggression. Bit of Aussie cunt. Because that's not, like, that's how we play as well. When it's not Bazball.
Yeah, but listen, they're playing with Bazball, but let's not go away from the way we play our rugby league cricket. And that's with plenty of cunt. You know what I mean? With plenty of get up and get into you. Broken arm sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Get ready for one.
Get ready for one, baby.
But
Let's not let that leave the building because I think that's when we play our very best cricket is when we're ready to break arms.
Yeah.
And slit throats and shit down necks.
Slit throats and shit down necks. Shout out to Josh Masood. Quick little shout out to our friends at Ned's Eddie, proud sponsors of the show for another week. Couldn't do it without them.
No, we couldn't do it.
Number one putting platform, not putting platform.
No, you can't go there to putt.
No, but
as in like roll putts, lag putts, which is a term I learned about today, lagging putts. It's not about that.
No.
It's about punting.
Yes.
It's about good, honest Australian punting.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. We've also got our group on the Neds app, our private group, the About Even group. The secret passcode is Dribbler. I will say this.
Kyle Felt's a legend.
Kyle Felt, not a legend to me.
King Kyle. Shout out to King Kyle.
You know what? They're really good at picking their lines at Neds. They are very good at what they do, and I am not good at what I do. I do it responsibly, but I'm not good at it.
No, you don't do it very well at all. You are responsible.
I'm good at being responsible. I'm not good at punting.
That's right. Unlike me, who goes, you know what? King Kyle, he's my man. And
if he can't do it,
can I?
No one can.
Double dummy? Yes, I can. That's the Neds way.
Yeah. Double dummy. That's the Neds way.
That's the Neds way.
Shout out to Neds. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website. How about Usman though, dude? Like, out in the rugby league cricket wilderness, as it were, returns for the last Ashes double ton. He's hit 7 tons since he's been back.
Well, he was dropped last Ashes.
I think he's been dropped the last 2 away Ashes.
Yeah, I think coming into this test, he's averaging like 20 over there. So he hasn't been going terrifically well.
No.
But it was a real fuck you, that ton.
Yeah. He's got Nigel Farage coming out and hanging shit on him for pounding Diet Cokes because he's Muslim, and he just comes out and goes, hey, Nige, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you, Nige.
Fuck you, mate. I happen to love Diet Cokes, mate. So
sorry,
that
dude.
up,
I'm a Diet Coke drinker. Go and fuck yourself.
Who hits tons?
Who hits tons? Nigel, dude. He who is called Nigel cannot cast the first stone, dude. Shut up. No offense to other Nigels out there, but it is the case.
Well, listen, we're blanketing Nigels right now, and if you happen to be a Nigel, then stiff shit.
Yeah.
You can get it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mate, the bat throw as well turned me on. You never see bat throws, punters and dribblers. You never see a bat throw. I think it may be my first bat throw other than, was it Marlon Samuels threw a bat at Shane Warne?
R.I.P. Not to Marlon. He's still with us. Shane, obviously.
Obviously, Shane, R.I.P. Shout out to the big fella.
Fuck you, Marlon. Fuck you, Marlon.
Shane would be watching, loving this series.
He'd be smiling down from heaven, probably with a Diet Coke in hand, Nigel, you fucking prick. And also probably some sort of alcoholic.
Well, maybe a ham and cheese toast in a dart.
Yeah.
But the bat throw, absolutely loved it. Yeah. He means business, Kawaja. And if I look at our top 6 punters and dribblers, and that's where I'm about to do, I'm seeing the makings of a series-winning side there. Kawaja in good nick. David Warner will have to wait and see.
David's a wait and see, but there is the reality that I don't know exactly who else would come in and I'd be as comfortable.
No, I'm not saying dropping. I'm talking about blokes who can fucking pillage runs for us. Smudge, obviously, a certainty to get runs. Marnus
getting a duck, probably a good thing.
I know he'll come out hungry as fuck. Travis Head's in sexy
dude, just but averaging 50, I think, in Test cricket now, Trav. It's
Cam Green's a fucking thoroughbred. AC, Alex Carey doing a job, Tom. Doing a job.
Odd?
Fucking, I think 67, maybe even more. Maybe
you know what?
I think 67 from a keeper.
I think AC left a ton out there.
May have done.
I think he left a ton out there. He was looking good.
He may have left a ton out there.
It was a fucking great ball as well that got him out.
Uzi is now he has the highest average for an opener out of anyone.
In terms of what, in the history of Test cricket?
Yeah, pretty much.
What's the average?
66.
Jesus Christ.
He's played significantly less innings than
Usman Khawaja averages 66 in Test cricket.
Yeah.
What does he average as an opener, though?
Are you sure about that? That seems...
Well, no, I think that's as an opener. He averages 56 as an opener.
Okay. Okay.
Because, the Cricket Australia Instagram posted a thing that was like, he's now has the highest average by an opener.
Can you send me the link to that so I can see it?
Yes.
Interesting.
Or just, don't put it on the screen because I'm watching the golf. Just WhatsApp it
Screen's out of use today.
Yeah.
What happened to the... don't worry. But it's such a lovely time of year, punters and dribblers.
But not just time of year, because you don't get this every year. It's a lovely time in Australia.
Well, it's a lovely time every 4 years.
Yeah.
This is fucking brilliant. This is one of my favorite things.
Same.
Ashes away.
Dude,
it's fucking love it.
It's the best.
You can have your Olympic Games. You can have your
Soccer World Cups.
All that shit's fucking care, eh?
Yeah.
When it comes to an away Ashes, I mean...
Dude.
Like, lather me in peanut butter, baby.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And get your dog
and
over
send
here.
the dogs in, because I'm ready. I'm ready,
and
mate.
the chat groups are alive and well.
Oh,
Everyone's
they're
just
alive
talking.
and well. Mate, everyone's sharing, everyone's caring,
Yeah.
everyone's got an opinion, everyone's just digesting at the same rate. I mean, I'm out here sharing the BBC podcast with the boys. They're listening to it. Now we're talking
about
Aggers.
it.
Now we're talking fucking...
That's a great shot.
Alistair Cook. You know,
Sir Alistair.
Stuart Broad comes across as an all right bloke.
Yeah, he does, but he's also a fucking knobhead.
He's also a loser that didn't walk, and he wears fucking bandanas, or
Yeah.
not bandanas, headbands, and we've all got a strong opinion on them.
Yes. No, look, I mean, I think he's a complete fuckface. But, mate, how about him, though, when he got... who did he get? He got David, who was like, hey, David, what the fuck are you doing with that shot?
Well, yeah.
Then into Marnus, where he's like getting hyping the crowd up, and then he comes in and gets Marnus. You're like, Jesus, this is theatre.
All theatre.
This is theatre.
It's theatre.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's all theatre. He has really got poor old David's number, doesn't he?
I know.
David does not like Stuart Broad.
Dude,
at
being a bunny would suck. David's a bunny. David is a rugby league bunny.
Dude, one of the great rugby league bunnies. Like, I think last series, if my numbers are correct, I think he was Broad had Warner 7 for 35.
England, I'm just getting
across the series. Like, one of the great bunnies all time. I tell you what, the session, the third session, the highlights of fucking Broad against Warner in the final 4 overs is good stuff. Like, just so much theatre.
I swear they had, and like obviously, the warring social medias of England cricket or Australian cricket, but they had something up there. I'm not going to be able to find it, god damn it, but it was basically just like this graphic of Broad to Warner. And it was like the last 15 times they've played each other or something. It's just like...
Is 9 out of the last 11 innings that they've played each other, Broad has taken Warner.
9 of 11, dude. That's real bunny territory.
That's serious bunny territory.
And that's 15 in total.
Bugs Bunny, Hop Hop, Boing Boing, Peter Rabbit, fucking other famous bunnies I can't think of.
Now, as fun as it's been, punters and dribblers... As fun as Bazball is, as good as the Ashes every 4 years in England is, as good as Khawaja Tons are, they've rolled out a road. And I hope this isn't sort of predicting the next 4 wickets as well.
I reckon they've still got time to change them,
I don't want fucking 4 more roads like this.
No.
You need it doing a bit, nipping about, you know?
But that's what made that Stokes Usman dismissal so impressive was that we were looking like we were just going to cruise past their first inning score. Nothing was fucking happening. Then some creative accounting. You get Usman fucking wigging out.
Yeah.
And then it was bang, bang, bang,
and now
bang,
we owe
bang.
the ATO nothing.
And now we owe the ATO. They owe us.
Yes. Creative accounting.
Yeah.
Very, very brilliantly done. But
that's what I mean. Like, and again, I agree with you.
Like,
we don't want roads. But that was what made that moment so impressive was like, there was nothing happening there. And then, bang, a little bit of a wiggy field and we're all out.
What do you think the mindset is, Tom? And I know we're not X's and O's guys, punters and dribblers, so this is vibe and vibe alone. If you want more nuanced cricket opinions, go elsewhere.
Yeah, well, you go to the Great Cricketer
we don't have them.
and go to Test Match Special.
Why why the defensive fields from Australia? Like, what's Pat what are the Pat and the boys up to?
Is that them trying to go, like, you want to do this, so we're going to make it hard for you to do that?
But they scored 385 runs in 70 overs.
Listen,
So
no,
what did it do?
It didn't work.
Didn't do fucking jack shit.
It didn't.
So
listen,
why?
I don't know. Maybe, listen, I tell you what. Cards on the table, Eddie. Sol Baird, when we started, like when this test started, I was like, I think we're a little bit wigged by Bazball before a ball had been Baz, right? Like we were, as a nation.
What gave you that sense?
Well, it was the approach. It was the way that fucking Crawley cracked it for 4 off the first ball. It was just it was the vibe of the thing. And then it was the defensive fields. And it was just but listen, it's funny, right? Because at the end of the day, at the end of the second session or the first session, but I think it was the second, but they were 3 down. No, it must have been the first session. They were we had them 3 for 120.
Yeah.
But it felt like we were being kind of pussies the whole session, but we were just playing Test cricket. And Test cricket seemed to, there was a pubic hair in it, but it seemed like Test cricket, the good old-fashioned Australian way.
But it's not the good old-fashioned Australian way. That's the thing. It's not. It's absolutely not the good old-fashioned Australian way.
It's more of your conventional Test cricket.
It's not even that conventional, though.
Well, it's not Bazball unconventional, Edward. It's more dour, slow, 5 days tactical Test cricket as opposed to Cummins.
They scored
Bazball.
No one. I think in the first session, no one had scored more singles than them.
Yeah.
They were just fucking sweet, bro. You're gonna have all the boys out there. We'll just fucking
plot around.
We'll just plot around. We'll just noodle around, mate. Not an issue. And if you've got an issue, here's a tissue. Interesting to see as well. Smudge looks like he's set in the fields.
It's interesting. Is it like a co-captain thing? You know, like
can I be honest with you? And I'm not here to ruffle feathers.
Are we about to put tinfoil hats on here?
Or to unmake the bed.
Are you putting a tinfoil? Is this
tinfoil? No, it's not a tinfoil hat. It's a rugby league opinion. I liked the look of Smudge out there barking orders and moving the field. I can't help what I liked seeing.
Yeah.
He looked fucking great doing it. He's got the Oakleys on. He looked like it was business time.
Yeah.
And
is he still spitting directly into his hands, or was that Ricky and Pup?
Well, he spat a lot. He wasn't spitting into his hands.
Who used to spit into their own hands?
I think it was Ricky.
Was it Ricky? And you're like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I guess. I mean, I'm not super into it.
He was spitting a lot though, Smudge. Spitting an awful lot. We were musing on the weekend, Max Downs and I and Jack Single, shout out to the boys, about if you are the best bowl, like you're one of the best bowlers in the world, aka Pat Cummins, to get to that position, right, to be at the tippity top of the sport, you've got to have an opinion of yourself that is rock star, right? You got to think you're the fucking man. You've got to have a really strong opinion of yourself. You've got to have a lot of self-belief. You've got to think you're the fucking man about town, right? Mm-hmm. It would be so difficult to know when to put yourself in. Because you've always got to think, you know what? I can fucking take wickets. You don't want to second
guess yourself. Like you probably, and Pat Cummins seems like he's a very sensitive new age skip. He's self-aware. He probably meditates. He probably does breath work. I wouldn't be shocked if he sages the fucking dressing room before and after games.
Reeks of saging.
Reeks of saging, right? But a man that's self-aware, still full of, hot-blooded intention, is going to struggle to find the happy medium between I'm an alpha male with a big throbbing cock and I need to take a step back and hand
over the reins.
Hand over the reins. Smell the sage.
You almost need someone telling you that, I reckon, as a bowler.
And that's maybe where smudgery comes in.
I just wonder what that relationship's like, whether Smudge can tell him to woo up, mate. Like, not you. We're giving the ball elsewhere. Rory McIlroy imploding here, punters and dribblers.
Imploding.
Clark birdied. He's got a 3-stroke lead. You can pack it up, Rory McIlroy. The streak continues. I just wonder how that's working, where the smudge can come in almost like an override, which seems weird.
Calling an overs call, rugby league overs call.
Yeah.
Give me the ball.
Give me the fucking ball. Exactly right. Is there an overs call out there? Does Pat have an overs call to the overs call going, I want the ball?
Yeah, well,
now?
he'd have the super overs call. He'd have like the final overs call. Like, let's say the overs call's Warney, then Cummins' overs call would be Bradman.
But also, let's say that you are into heavy saging, right? And you live and breathe sage, and you're so introspective, is that the word?
Yep.
That maybe you go, you know what, am I feeling 100%? Maybe I'll give it to someone else. Whereas at that point in time, maybe we needed full-blown and full-blooded cunt from PC.
Yeah.
When we need him to put himself in.
Yeah.
You are the man of the hour. You are the man for the moment. And you now, because you've oversaged, now you're starting to question yourself.
Well, I think there is you can oversage.
Oh, fuck yeah. If you've ever been around oversaging, it'll hit you.
Yeah, it'll hit you between the eyes, square between the eyes. I don't think there's an issue there with Patrick.
No, but I'm sort of predicting what may occur
Down the track.
I'm talking day 4's day 5.
Yep.
You know, results on the line, so to speak, Tom.
Look, Pat's taking wickets. He's bowling fast, so that's all we need. And you know what? He also was the one that I assume, I mean, obviously I don't know because Smudge also does seem to be saying some shit out there, but Pat, as the captain, he gets to sort of, I guess, take credit for the attacking fields that we came out and set after the rain delay and then took 2 brave Australian rugby league wickets to finish the day.
Yes. They were brave rugby league wickets, and I hear you. I just want to see more attack.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
All out attack.
I want to see squirrel grip cricket. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see nuts on fucking
nuts in
palms, mate.
You mean
and I want to see it
scrotum like pulsating out between fingers.
Yeah. I'm talking about I'm talking about scrotums that are full. You know what I mean?
You remember Gak? The toy that like it's just like goo that you used to squeeze and fuck around with. You want to see like squeezing a scrotum, it's just like it's oozing out of the fingers.
It's piling out the sides.
Bubbling out of the fingers.
Bobbling out the sides. And I want to see one of the great rips and pull downs you've ever seen. That's what I want to see as we hit the ground tonight, Edgbaston, 8 p.m. local time. Australian time. Right?
How many days between this and the next test? Because like I don't want much time.
Like a week, 10 days.
Okay, 10 days is a lot.
Is it 10? Maybe it's a week.
Just check the date for the second test, please.
I think it's like Tuesday because we were concerned about it. The second test starting with the grade with sock.
It's the 22nd of. Oh no, sorry, that's the women's game. I was like, that didn't make sense.
I'm saying like Tuesday next week, maybe.
That might
a lot
actually
of fixtures to get through.
We've got the great and powerful Steve O'Keefe as our chat on All Talk with SEN this week, punters and dribblers.
Steve gets cricket.
Steve's a fucking mate. We've had him on before. It was great to have him back. He's an absolute lord. He so that'll be on SEN Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Tune in, and then you'll be able to find it on the SEN app. But he is a motherfucker, and he's doing the Channel 9. Like, listen, and love Steve O'Keefe, and I think he's brilliant when they cut to him on
How
Channel
good
9.
is he?
He's great.
He's going real well.
But I would like to say this to whoever the producer is of these Channel 9 events. When a player gets out or they're like Usman gets out and he's walking off the fucking field to rapturous applause, don't cut to a fucking ad of a dude with a Dorito for a head. Let's just wait. I know you got a certain amount of ads to get through, but like, dude.
No.
Don't get rid of these moments.
Pick your moment.
And they just cut out in the middle of like Ricky Ponting saying something.
Yeah.
Like Ricky Ponting's explaining something, they just cut straight to an ad. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ. Is there no
They've done that a couple of times.
Is there no like conducting nuance here? Like, do you not wait till they stop saying a word at least?
Yeah. Show some decorum.
Yeah, I don't know. Some couth.
Show some couth. Very uncouth cutting off Ricky Ponting. The second best after the Don.
Yep.
Smudge, if he has a big series, maybe starts to put his hand up.
Yes.
But we need test tons.
What's all this hullabaloo, Eddie, about the way that Ollie Robinson sent Khawaja off? Because I didn't have an issue with it.
Mate, war's fair in love and war.
It's fucking Test cricket. Stop being such a bunch of bitches. Like,
Mate,
Kawhi was
we
great.
know-
He batted well. The tactic was fantastic to get him out, and he walked off. And
we know where,
yelled at
we
him.
know where the line is. You know
There's
what I mean?
nothing wrong with that.
It's family and race, baby.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the line.
yeah.
Anything pre that
Is good.
Fucking giddy up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what happened
Giddy
to
up.
what happened to us just being a bunch of fucking attack dogs? Who's complaining about it? I assume it's not the cricketers, although I did see Alan Border being like, oh, he's going to have a target on his head. Fucking oath he will. That's brilliant. And he should have a target on his head.
That's the point.
That's the point.
If you want to talk mad shit, you better be ready for what's coming back, bruh.
You better be prepared to get hit if you're going to talk shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Get ready for a broken fucking arm.
Exactly.
What are we talking about?
That's
These
what
are the
we
moments
want.
that live on.
Yeah.
We love that shit. We say it all the time. We touch ourselves
We
to
do.
it.
We beat
So
our
don't
collective
whinge
dicks.
when Ollie puts a beautiful Yorker in there.
It was a
gets
great-
out
it was a-
Uzi who didn't look likely, and yeah, he barks at him. But that's what it's all about.
It was not like, if that was a dog, like, barking at you, you wouldn't be even looking twice. You wouldn't even, I don't think legally you'd need to even put up a sign, beware dog here. Like, it was nothing.
No, there was nothing. It wasn't Alsatian stuff,
No,
Tom.
dude, it wasn't.
It wasn't Roddy prowling
No, it
around
wasn't
the
Roddy.
fucking...
Roddy. It wasn't Saint Bernard. It wasn't fucking German Shepherd.
No.
It wasn't Pitbull stuff.
No, it wasn't Pitbull
Mr.
stuff.
Worldwide.
No, it wasn't Pitbull stuff.
Fucking hell,
No,
mate.
Mr. Worldwide about that
It was
at
just-
all.
I was-
That
I
was the
didn't-
lab that spit hopped up.
Mate, I actually didn't even think anything of it. And then this morning it was like, I just saw it on the the socials of people talking about Ollie Robinson. I was like,
Blue Hair over there was talking about it. He didn't like it.
fucking blue-head spacer earrings, fucking nose rings over there.
No, I'm all for it, mate. Keep the bark. Listen.
More of it.
I don't think you can ever have too much bark. That's my opinion.
And even
As
in the
long as
same-
it hasn't crossed the line.
Exactly, race or
bark
family.
up.
But also, and even in that same moment, I did, and look, I you and I, our disdain for the weak English boy Joe Root is, it's well known in cricketing
Well,
circles,
it's well
in world cricket.
Yeah.
But
It's a rugby league to start.
but he showed some real class. He came away from celebrations to pat Usman on the back and say, well done, bro. And I was like, you know what? You're still a weak English boy and I fucking detest you, but like,
Yeah.
you're good. I like
Yeah,
it.
he's weak as piss.
He's weak as
and he's
piss.
English.
And
And
he's
he's a
English,
boy,
yeah.
but he can play.
He can play.
Fuck, he can play.
They're calling him
30
the
test
greatest.
tons
They're
now.
calling him the greatest.
I know.
English player.
They were saying that as well. While Sir Alistair's sitting there, I think, what do the last great English stay has to say about that?
Yeah.
Although he was boring.
He was boring as batshit, and also, significantly less tests.
Rude. Way less.
Yeah.
Alistair played a fuckload of
Yeah,
tests.
he played like 400.
I think he played almost 100. Did he play close to 150 tests? Dave can tell us.
He played 161 test matches.
And how many's Root played?
Root has played 131.
He's played a lot of tests too.
So not that many
how
less.
many test tons did Alistair Cook have?
33.
Okay, so he's 3 off.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I fucking love Test cricket so much, dude. And especially when it's like, not just Test cricket, but this, like Ashes, like Test cricket that means something. It's a feast for the senses, dude. Sight, sound, smells. Don't have smell, but you get me.
Yeah, it's lazy Susan stuff. Spin it around and what's next?
What's
you know
next?
what I mean?
Well, I'm sitting on the couch, techie on the windowsill. I've got fucking maybe some chocolate lined up. Maybe I've just had a Uber Eats dinner delivered. And then, oh, fuck. This session's been pretty fun. It's getting a bit late, but then you have Stokes doing what he did to the Australians, and I'm like, well, now I might need to pour another techie for the next session.
Listen. You look at the watch, you think, oh, it's 10:15. What am I about? And then you remember that it's the Ashes, and you only get every 4 years, and you decide, you know what? I'm going to go internal here.
Yeah.
I'm going to dig deep for the boys. I'm going to see out 2 sessions.
At least
2 sessions. Get me to 1240 at a minimum, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if you made of the right stuff, different stuff, stellar stuff, then you start to eyeball the 3 a.m. finish. I know it's big, but maybe you're a podcast with not much on the next day. You know what I mean? Maybe you got some options up your sleeve.
Yeah. Maybe you don't need to make that 9:30 meeting, because we don't have them.
Nothing's set before 10. That's just the way it is. And that doesn't mean we don't work hard.
No, it doesn't mean we don't work.
It just means we manage our time efficiently.
Smarter, not harder.
That's right. We don't prescribe to old norms, old-fashioned norms of 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Not our cup of tea.
No.
We're more 10 till 3, guys.
But you know what? Even then, we never switch off. We're always working. You don't think me and Eddie are constantly fucking working?
We're working all the time. We're working.
There's no downtime in this game. Why do you think I'm up at fucking midnight watching cricket?
Because I have to. It's my job.
I have to do it.
Exactly. While you're asleep getting the Z's in, being a pussy, we're out there ripping in.
Yeah, dreaming about being a pussy. We're out here ripping in and just downloading all the information we need.
Then we get up, podcasts in the ear. What can I learn?
Yeah.
How can I improve the experience for the punter and the dribbler? That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Now, Australia win and win well. We know this. I tell you what, I don't see. Can I just be? This is touchwood sort of stuff.
Is this real wood?
Yeah, it's wood. I don't see how England can win the test.
This pitch might start to break up.
It might.
But Moen's fucking fingers completely fucked, and he's a cheat.
That's what I'm saying. His finger's fucked. Like it's starting to break apart a bit. It's showing glimmers of spin. I think Lyon goes out there tomorrow and has a bit of a fucking rugby league field day, if you know what I'm saying.
Can I ask a rugby league question off the back of a rugby league field day? How the fuck does Moen's finger get so sore?
Because he hasn't played for 18 months.
Not any form of cricket?
He's been playing this fucking little pussy stuff out in the fields. Like, this is man stuff. This is test cricket. This is 5 days. He bowled 30 overs.
But, like, you fucking surely...
And he's fallen to water.
But that's surely the one bit of your hand that's callous beyond belief is your spinning finger.
Well, he's obviously gone to water. He's got podcasting hands now, mate.
He does. He's got podcasting hands.
You need runs on the board. You need time in the field. You need to have earned your calluses, and he's lost them.
Mate, he's literally, when you're watching him bowl, his fucking sore fingers not on the ball.
Mate, and they're talking to John, I think it was John, what are they talking to Johnny Bairstow? Can't quite recall. And they're like, oh, how's Moen? And he's going, oh, he'll be fine. I'm like, no, he won't be. He bowled like shit.
He bowled like, Pat was fucking smacking him all over the place.
Yeah, day one, he was all right. Day two, he was no good.
Pat pumped him.
You can't tape your fingers, can you?
No, I don't think you can tape your fingers.
He's also using spray illegally.
Illegal drying spray.
Come on.
I do, listen, I mean, I think Zach Crawley's a bigger cheat, but I think that it's a team of cheats, clearly. That's what I'm saying. But I don't mind a bit of dry spray. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, you got to ask first, mate.
Do you have to ask to do it?
You have to ask.
Yeah. So that was all it is. You just have to ask.
You got to ask. You got to ask for permission, and apparently they would have said no. So
okay,
I don't know. I don't know when you can use it, how that works.
But also, could you not just go into the sheds and just go like they're not coming and checking your hands, right?
That's exactly right.
But the fact that he did
go for a dump, spray their hands, come back out.
The fact that he did it on the field made me feel less like this isn't like this isn't sandpapery shit. This isn't
no, it's not sandpaper.
So
it's
I don't
not
really
sandpaper.
give a fuck. But Zach Crawley of fucking won't walk to save his life fame. That fucking dog. I'm glad to see him going.
You've got to start walking, boys.
If you're English.
Yes. If you're Australian, you stay.
If you're Australian, you stay. You don't move a muscle.
Don't get the Gilchrist about you, mate. Stay fucking put.
Fuck that. We don't walk.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Not in Australia, unless we're out.
Yeah.
And then we'll always walk.
No, we'll always
walk.
We're
gentlemen.
But listen, if I can't be 100% certain.
No, well, that's exactly right. Unless, mate, I'm only walking if the bails have come off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even then, I'm asking for no balls.
Yeah, well, I'm certainly waiting for it to be reviewed. I tell you what, I did love that Stuart Broad of Headband Fuckface fame was it Usman on a no ball?
You got Usman, yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
It was a nice ball too.
It was a nice. Well, it wasn't actually. It was a no ball.
Well, that's right.
It's a shit ball.
Yeah, shit ball.
It was actually a shit ball.
It was actually it was ballless.
It wasn't a ball.
Let the record say
that was a fucking awful ball.
Rory McIlroy needs the drive of his life here, punters and dribblers.
Yeah.
He's played through 16. He's 2 back from Clark, who dropped a shot. He needs the drive of his life.
Yeah.
What's he got?
What's he got, dude? The weight of the golfing world on his shoulders, like
par bogey par, hasn't birdied this all week.
Well, that's not good.
He needs one of the great rips. Oh, he's lost it.
Oh
no. Dear. It's all over.
Oh, shit.
Rory not made of the right stuff.
Oh, my God, dude.
Oh, dear.
into the thick grassy grass.
Oh dear.
What's that?
Another one gone.
What is that?
Oh, it's a puppy
driver
dog.
cover. That is.
That bag's disgusting.
Yeah, that bag's not nice, dude. That bag looks like someone's thrown up on it.
But just a big thank you to Test cricket. A big thank
Oh, is that Dustin Johnson? Where's that get ya? Where's that get ya? Nowhere. Fuck me dead, Dustin.
you. Gets him ninth. He's still in ninth.
Yeah, he's in ninth, but I wouldn't mind. And is that the end of his round? He's waving to everyone. He's just waving to that
He's
part.
through 17.
Is that a Scotty Cam, Dustin?
Doesn't look like a Scotty.
No, well,
Cam.
we might one of those gross ones.
Maybe it is. Yeah, big thank you to Test cricket. Big thank you to the Ashes. Big thank you to
Test cricket.
to Test cricket and the Ashes.
And the Ashes. More importantly, Test cricket.
Yeah, and particularly the Ashes.
Yes.
Thank God in fucking 1882 or whenever it was, we fucking humped the English at the Oval and the Ashes came home to Australia. Thank God for that.
Well, thank God, because otherwise, where would we be?
Who top scored in that? Who was skip in 1882? First test, or the test in question.
Here we go.
Who delivered for us on that fateful day?
For Australia, our captain was Billy Murdoch.
Billy Murdoch.
Shout out to
fucking
Billy.
oath, Billy.
And first innings, our top score was Jack Blackham with 17.
Jack Blackham.
17?
Yep. England's top scorer first innings, George Ouliette with 26.
What were the first inning scores?
Where are we?
I wonder
here?
what averages were back then.
We were out for 63 from 80 overs.
80?
Yeah. They got out 101 from 71 overs. And then second innings, we got 122 top score, Tszyu Massey with 55.
Nice, Hugh.
And England's 77 off 55 overs, their top scorer, WG Grace.
Do you reckon that's why
WG Grace, can you go back to what we scored in the first innings? 63 off how many overs?
Off 80.
Yeah. But
And
do you
I think,
reckon,
and were overs 8 balls back then as well?
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah.
but do you reckon that's why, like, hundreds are obviously still the pinnacle, but we can score 200s, we can score triple hundreds now.
Hundreds back then would have
was
been
like,
crazy, yeah.
You know, that's why it's steeped in such, I guess it's revered.
Oh, the 100 is so revered.
Yeah.
Incredibly revered.
Well, yeah, our captain there, Billy Murdoch, from 34 innings, scored 200s in his career.
Who was the first person to hit a ton for the nation?
First Aussie ton. WG Grace was a big fat pig too.
Was he a big fat pig?
He was the guy that we were talking about the other day in the exhibition game.
He got bowled and he just put the bells back
he
on.
turned around and put the bells
That's
back on.
is he English?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he only toured Australia once.
That's
And he
the
never
most
toured it again
English
because
mentality.
he found Australia uncouth.
Yeah, right. Well, you fucking shut up, WG. You big fat pig.
It must have been Harry Graham in 1893.
Harry Graham.
Yeah, I can't really find anyone from Australia who hit a century before that.
Now, Eddie, there's a lot of other sport to get to, but I think it's probably important for you and I to just acknowledge ourselves, which we don't do enough on this podcast, but
Well, we've almost never done it.
we don't acknowledge ourselves enough, and people always say, you guys need to acknowledge yourselves more. You need to stop, smell the roses, and acknowledge yourself.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Rocket clap stuff.
Yes, acknowledge greatness when you achieve it.
Which is often.
And,
Well, we don't acknowledge it enough.
acknowledge it enough. But now, I would like to, as you and I are officially highball champions of the world,
Playing away from home.
playing away from home,
Foreign conditions.
slippery surface.
No boots.
No
Slippery
boots.
surface. Dewy as fuck. And with the world against us, seemingly.
So
If you don't think that they'd stacked the
they
deck.
fucking hope they stacked the deck. So we went out to watch Manly. Well, we went out to Parramatta. We went out to
Combank
Stadium.
And steepest stadium in the land.
It's the steepest stadium in the land, and basically they sold that
no
bitch
Allianz, though.
out. They sold that bitch out just to watch us compete.
Yeah, they did. It was full house.
Full house. It was Eddie and me and Eddie, you and me, against Rugby League Guru, who played, fucking basically first grade rugby league his whole life. Mm-hmm. Timmy Williams of SC Playbook, still playing, and Matty the Waterboy of, I think he was in the New South Wales setup at some point.
Well, he was
to some capacity. I don't know what it was.
Well, I don't know what he was doing, but he was definitely involved in New South Wales Rugby League.
Yeah, it's in some capacity, right?
Well, in a capacity.
In the capacity.
Well, he was full capacity.
Not only that, but we were under the impression that it was 2v2. We get out there and realise it's 3v2. The deck stacked against us.
Stacked.
Without them telling us, deck stacked. So we get out there. Not only that, but the ball machine that's shooting these torps, these juicy torps, high into the sky.
Well, they weren't torps, but they were shooting.
Sorry, they were just balls. They were meant to be torps. So
end over end.
End over end. The way that you dictate the height of the ball is by how hard you feed it in the machine. You and I, the balls that we would get...
You could surely crank the machine as well.
This is just I'm just going off what I was told, buddy.
Okay, right.
The balls that we were being given were being sent to the fucking moon.
They were so much higher than anyone else's.
They were so much higher. Now, Timmy Williams and Guru...
Guru would take one step and set.
Yeah.
Like, we had to, run around.
When you would watch the balls that Guru and Timmy were getting, you're like, okay, I can see it there. For us, head all the way back, snap the back of your neck sort of stuff.
Yeah. Real neck snappers.
Now, you and I, we dropped our first balls.
Well, listen, we didn't drop them. What happened was...
We basically slid past them. It was a Jew-based dropping.
What happened is, punters and dribblers, is because they were sending out to the sky, coming back down with snow on them sort of stuff, and we didn't have footy boots, so once you'd overrun the ball, it was basically impossible to get back to it. Almost impossible.
Yeah.
What happened on the first one is, I'd watched... the other boys go first and thought, okay, it's going to be of a relative height. You know what I mean? Obviously, Tom got a corker, but Rugby League Guru and stuff, they got fucking easy ones. So when it goes up, it stays up way longer than you anticipate. Now you've overrun it. Now, we missed the first one, Tom and I, but you only give us one fuck up. Because once Tom had downloaded the required information.
The data. It was a data capture. The first ball was data capture. That's what it was.
Fill out the form. We filled it out. We had the data, and we were ready to rock. After that, sudden death bomb competition stuff.
Yep.
Perfect.
Easy. And
4
even then,
from 4.
And you watch, you'll see the footage. You may have already seen it, but still slipping and sliding all over the place and still taking catches. Like, what you do is you go, okay, I now need to make the best of what I have at my disposal. Yes, I'm essentially on ice skates trying to catch bombs that are basically into orbit. Have I got the Manly Seagulls entire fucking side and the Parramatta Eels side? They've all come down just to watch us.
They stopped warming up to watch us.
They all stopped and watched us. That's pressure. The crowd chanting our names like. It was gladiatorial.
Tom and Eddie. Like that.
Dude,
and I mean,
it was...
When you're hearing 40,000
40, 50,000 people.
60,000, I think they were jammed in. It was 2 a seat.
Yes.
When you're jammed in like sardines and all you want to do is watch the greatest highball competition of your life, I can't imagine what the crowd must have felt when they saw you and I just swallow 4 pills back to back. Pills that went out of the stadium. And went for a bit of a peruse of the city, then came back down. Yeah. You know what I mean? They came down wet, punters and dribblers.
Wet and basically like catching blocks of ice. They went so high. It was frozen footies.
It was frozen footies. But when you're made of the right stuff, you're made of the right stuff. Guru, he got all these were easy, so it was he handled himself pretty well. Timmy's were
easy.
all fucking easy. He also plays footy professionally, semi-professionally, whatever.
He's also related to a professional footballer, so
his brother's also a pro. So he did well. Again, piss easy. If you went back and looked, punters and dribblers, eagle-eyed viewers noticed that Guru would always walk to a specific mark that was getting hit every time. He'd walk to a specific mark, one step, bang, down the fucking goblet. You and I, nah.
No, we vibed it.
But also, no, because they didn't land in the same spot every time like Guru's did.
No, but you had to vibe it. But also what we're doing is we also have an eye and an understanding of pageantry and pomp and entertainment. It was Bazball sort of stuff.
It was.
It was, let's just run at this bitch and try and fucking make it entertaining for the fans, for the crowd, the people chanting our names.
Yeah, exactly right. When you got 70,000, 80,000 there, Tom, 3 a seat, chanting your name, then you need to put on a show.
Yeah.
And we put on the show of our life. Yeah. Now, Matty the Water Boy...
that's Kempy's producer, Matty, for those of you living under a rock.
I mean, obviously... he had the skills of a newborn giraffe.
Listen,
I think a giraffe would have done better out there.
Timmy and Guru trying to imply that Matty forced his way into that team, whereas I think that's talk about fucking hindsight. You know what I mean? You bring that up after the ring-in that you've had.
It was only brought up later. It was only brought up
after
later.
the fact.
You're exactly right. Matty put a few down.
Matty didn't put any up. He didn't catch any.
He didn't catch any.
In fact, the first one he didn't touch. He didn't even get to it. So, I'm prepared to give you a first one because you're trying to download data, right?
Yes.
Prepared to give you that. But the second one, if you haven't downloaded the credit, so listen. And some people were saying that if you looked at the way he was dressed, he wasn't dressed in the appropriate attire. He was sort of dressed like a guy who would drop footballs. That's what some people are saying in the comment sections out there. Do I disagree with that? Probably not.
No, but it's not like we were dressed for catching footies.
No, but he looked like he was maybe dressed to go and, reload the printer at IBM or KPMG. He was sensibly dressed.
McElroy, Clark's dropped another shot.
Yes, he has.
And McElroy's on the 18th. If he can birdie this,
wouldn't that be nice?
He's just flown this
303.
Yeah, that was big and thick and meaty. At the end of the day, Tom, you can only catch the footies that are put up to you, right? And that's what you and I did. Well, and we walk away as champions of the world.
Yeah, we do. Guru and Timmy, we didn't drop one. It's like we caught the same amount of balls as you, though, dude.
Yeah, but
we were put under sudden death pressure.
They weren't put under sudden death pressure. Not like us.
No. Anyway, thanks to Parramatta for having us. Obviously, you guys aren't winning a comp before the sun explodes, but it was nice for you to have us out there at the Sardine Tin, they call it, Combank Stadium, because there were 3 a seat, 4 a seat. There was so many people jammed in.
4 or 5 a seat. Who's counting?
No, but
the Sardine Tin, Saturday afternoon/evening. It was a raucous affair, and that's what the fans came for. They came to watch us catch high balls, and then we all went home.
Yeah.
No, we all went home.
We all went home. It was nice to be there. Really appreciated being there. As I just look at Dustin Johnson, is he in the clubhouse? Is he in the clubhouse? He's still going.
He'd be in the clubhouse, mate. Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'd assume he's in the club house. Although he may be on the 18th.
No, he might have a couple more to go. But yeah, thank you very much to have us out there. What else was good was because the Manly Seagulls were aware that we were competing out there. It was a nice touch from Siebes to get all the boys on a bus out there to come watch us. We were able to finally hand off the PlayStation 5. We'll get some photos of that on the gram later today, actually. Hand it over to Jake and to Brad Parker, that is. Also, Benny Trebojevic, who was there.
Benny was there doing a job.
But it was a fucking fun night. We got the stretch Hummer out there, which was exactly what was warranted. A big occasion like that.
The night of nights.
It was a night of nights, so we got the Hummerzine. I tell you what, you missed it, didn't you? You went home. You didn't drive back in the Hummer. As we left, as we were getting in there, we're in the car park, Cooper Johns was walking past as well, and we were sort of just having a yarn. And then he was like, the limo driver basically came in his pants when he saw Cooper Johns. So limo driver's a great guy, but
really?
Fucking...
Oh, like what? Like unleashed a nut?
Holy shit, it's Cooper. He goes, holy shit, it's Matty Johns' son, which is exactly how I imagine Cooper wants to be addressed.
Holy shit, it's Matty Johns' son.
And then he comes up and he starts yarning to him. And this limo driver was very nice. He was honestly he was giddy with excitement that Cooper was there. And then...
At the footy. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly, shocked. Then he asked Cooper to come and get in the limo and pop his head out the sunroof so he could get a photo. So Cooper comes in and he pops his head out and he's sort of like waving, and then the limo guy goes, no, wait, I want to get in with you. I've got a video of it. I'm in the limo filming underneath. The limo guy comes in and then comes in and climbs. And dude, this window is like this sunroof thing. It's actually like an emergency escape thing.
So it's not big.
It's like a fucking Viet Cong tunnel entrance. Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah.
He comes in and then slides up in with Cooper. And I couldn't see what was going on outside. Tobler was filming it, but I'm underneath being like, this is... Oh. Their bodies are like up against each other.
Oh my God.
It was so weird. Cooper had like a beer he was holding or whatever, and the driver grabbed the beer and was like holding it almost up to his lips, pretending to drink it, while Cooper's just like kind of leaning backwards, and the driver's like up against him, like pretending to drink this beer, and taking photos.
Like, and he's going, "Oh my God, there's a celebrity in my Hummer," and all this sort of shit. It was
Cooper Johns, great bloke,
dude, great bloke.
We had a great night with Cooper, but that's the dribbliest thing I've ever heard.
It was fucking hilarious. And then this limo driver had been wigging the whole time we were there. Again, great experience. He was a good dude. We're not shitting on him, but he was like, listen, the man is who he was. But he'd been wigging the whole time we were getting there about like, I don't know if I can get into this car park, and it's such a big like fucking thing. It's like doesn't have a great turning circle. If I get in there, I'm gonna get stuck. I don't have to worry about that. And we're like, bro, it's all good. Like there's fucking heaps of room for you to get in there and chuck a Yui and shit.
Yeah.
Buses are in here all the time. Like it's fine. There's space.
Yeah.
And he's wigging. This was like on our way there.
Yeah.
Then as we're leaving, and Cooper's like, he's in the car park to pick us up, and Cooper's like, oh, mate, any chance you can give us a lift up the thingo to where my car's parked? He's like, fuck, for Cooper Johns, mate, absolutely anything. And we're like, yeah, sure you'll be able to get in there with the car. You sure you'll be able to get the Hummer into the car park? He's like, mate, I don't give a shit. Like, we'll get it in there. And it's like, anything for Cooper Johns. It was so funny, dude.
Oh, my God. What a bloke. I think that's Rory's shot. It's getting closer. That's makeable.
Oh, this is some seriously...
Give us a play. Oh, no, it's Scotty Chef.
Okay. We'll need to turn it up for the fucking Rory.
But yeah, shout out to Parramatta for having us.
Yeah, it was really nice. Nothing else really happened though that night.
No, nothing else happened. Nothing else that we can talk about.
Well, something happened, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Oh, you guys met Tiger Lily.
Oh, that's right.
We did meet Tiger Lily. Tiger Lily, phenomenal.
Big fan of her
Huge fans of Tiger Lily. It was really good to see her. Well, she was the hype performer that introed us.
She asked for a photo with the highball champs afterwards, which was a nice touch.
And it was awkward because then Guru and Timmy and Maddie got in, and it was like, you guys aren't highball champs. But
she didn't ask for you.
She didn't ask for you guys. Well, where's that going, Rory?
Rory, is that right at it or not? Is that right at it, Rory, or not? Is that right at it? Nah. Rory.
No, it's not right at it, Rory.
Rory, that's shit ass.
Huge.
That's just rank.
You just don't.
You just don't get final round golf, mate. Yeah. You just don't. Unless Wyndham's in a mood for dropping shots. Ooh, he's got to get this close. He's got to get this very close.
Oh, and he has.
Wyndham.
There it is. Fuck me dead, dude.
Wyndham's got to fuck the last hole, basically.
You win them, you lose them.
If Wyndham...
I like that.
Yeah, it was nice. If Wyndham was to bogey the last hole, Tom, we would be seeing a rugby league playoff.
Yeah. But is this the 17th for Wyndham?
Yeah. So he's got to bogey the next. So he'll par at this, stay at 10. And off we go.
Rory, just put it closer to the hole, you fucking idiot. Golf's not that difficult, mate.
Not difficult at all.
It's not that difficult, Rory. Did you see me and Eddie versus fucking 7th Street? Tell you what, Brady Parks and Jakey Turbs loved the breaking the yips, you and me versus 7th Street.
Of course they did, because we pumped them.
But even they were like, dude, they were so rattled, those boys.
They did.
Fucking got in their head easy.
Yeah, immediately. I think immediately was the word Brad used.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, and then he was like, and they were trying to talk shit, but they were so rattled.
They were so rattled they couldn't talk shit. And he was like, one of them was almost crying, which I was like, yeah, they were. So you picked up on that.
I think he said he saw tears, potentially.
Yeah. Ricky, nah.
Not Ricky's day.
No. Listen, 4th in the US Open ain't bad, Rick, but not your day.
Oh, he's not in the clubhouse yet, mate.
No, that's true. That's true, Eddie. But that was our Saturday night. It was a great night. Shout out to Guru, shout out to Timmy, shout out to Maddie for not being able to catch, shout out to Sam and Chloe who were 2 prize winners who got to come and watch us.
But more importantly, shout out to us.
But shout out to us. I think that's like, again, we don't...
just 2 humble country guys that
with great hair,
dare to dream,
great hair and tight skin,
and voluptuous locks.
Yeah, big fucking bouffants.
Going out there and
dude, people think our hair's fake.
I know. People think my hair's a wig.
Dude, people are like, you guys are fucking wearing wigs. I'm like, touch it, pull it, pull it out.
Yeah. Try pull my bouffant
Try
off.
fucking pull my bouffant and then come at me with that fake allegations. Mate, you kidding me? This thing's a fucking lion's mane.
Have 2 men ever caught better? Have 2 men with voluptuous hair caught better?
No. They're, good judges calling it the greatest performance by 2 guys with heads of hair
ever.
That big and that full and that thick and that shiny. That don't use shampoo.
Yeah, in the history of mankind.
In the history of mankind. Well, no one's been taking highballs like that with hair like ours.
No.
Hair like ours doesn't exist, really.
No, it doesn't. Thus, you got to pair that into catching balls that high. Yeah. It's highly unlikely that's ever happened before.
And punters, when we talk rugby league on the show, it is obviously thanks to our good friends at KO. All games live and ad-free during play. You know the score. Let me tell you this. If you didn't have KO, you wouldn't have seen Alex Twal score.
Great point.
Wouldn't have seen Twal score. You wouldn't have seen that kid break the try-scoring drought. You just wouldn't have seen it.
Warm the heart, Campbelltown Stadium.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Good, honest stuff for Alex Twal. First time in fucking like 100 and something games, 7 years.
Storm, the nicest team in the NRL comp, allowing Twal to score. Good on them.
Mute him, Tobler. Mute him.
Hands the record, a streak over to Patrick Carrigan.
Yeah, in like the 80s. 70 or 80 games, I think, Pat.
What was Twal? 150 something?
116.
116.
It's a lot of rugby league football.
That's a fuckload of rugby league football.
Yep.
I wonder what the all-time streak is.
I think Bryce Gibbs had a fucking streak on him, but his was without scoring a try, not having never scored a try. We were having this chat with fucking Guru on the weekend.
Guru would know that sort of stuff.
Or it might have even been Matty. Matty the Waterboy, he's a fucking dribbler of note as well. He has some serious dribbly stats up in that brain of his. He can't catch a ball to save his life, but
no, he can't catch, but he can dribble. That's for damn
sure. He can
sure.
dribble, yeah.
He's a serious dribbler, Matty the Waterboy, and shout out to him. And shout out to Alex Twal.
Yeah.
Who just deserves a round of applause.
Yep. And I think Roasty got a tattoo. He got a tattoo.
Do you reckon that was Roasty's tattoo? Or do you reckon...
Well, he said it was. He said he got it.
He said
he put a thing on his story saying, if this thing gets over 90%, like whatever, I'll get a tattoo commemorating Twal's first try.
And he did.
Well, apparently. I haven't seen a photo of him and the tattoo on the same thing.
Right.
So, he could be pulling wool. But I don't...
Uncle Roasty talking shit.
Uncle Roasty's not a puller of wool that I know, but...
Well, I wasn't under the impression he was, Tom.
No. So, Roasty, reveal a photo of you and the tat, and I want to see you scrubbing that bitch. Prove it's real.
Because we may have been hoodwinked in the past when it came to tattoos.
We may have. That guy has disappeared.
But he got a baggy green?
Yeah. He got a Hello Sport tattoo, old school logo, but he's I haven't seen him for a million years. He's from Victoria as well.
From Victoria.
Dreadlocks.
He got a baggy green, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he has fallen off the face of the map.
Yeah. Face of the earth, not face of the map.
Yeah, great point. Although you could fall off the face of the map.
You probably could, but I think it's fallen off the map, fallen off the face of the earth.
Right. So you can't fall off the face of the map?
I would think that you're combining two sayings. I think that you possibly can fall off the face of a map, but that's not what people say.
Right. Okay. Just checking.
No, it's good.
But he has fallen off the face of the map, this bloke,
yeah.
And we haven't heard from him in, I'm going to say 5 years.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's reasonable. Anyway, if you didn't have KO, you would have missed Twal's try. That's what we were here to talk about now. Few things going on in the World of Rugby League, Eddie. I think the biggest story right now, obviously Trell happened last week. I don't think that that's as big as Ben Hunt, of all cunts, wanting out at the Dragons. And not just wanting out, he wants out now. I didn't realise he wanted an immediate release. He wants an immediate release, and he's prepared to pay his way out of it. That's how badly he wants to leave.
Wow. I thought it was an end-of-season release.
No.
A mid-season-y?
Yeah.
To go where? To the Roosters?
Well, and do you remember me saying a couple of weeks ago, like, there's evidence of me documented from at least a month ago where I was like, I'm hearing Ben Hunt to the Roosters rumours, and I think it's on Bloke in a Bar that I said it. But
were you hearing those whispers?
yeah, that's why I said it.
Oh, you were guessing?
No, I wasn't guessing. I'd heard it.
You'd heard it?
Yeah.
You did say, because then I was like, what the Bulldogs make sense.
Bulldogs make sense as well. I was just saying I'd heard whispers of Ben Hunt of all cunts to the Roosters. And
the immediate release may make a little bit more sense given that Kiri broke his jaw on the weekend.
Yes, he did, but
not fractured. I saw today he is a chance to play round 17.
Fractured, not broken.
Not fractured.
Not fractured.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, good. That's good news.
That's good news. But
Although I don't care.
I don't care. Well, I care that he's not injured. Yes. I don't care for the Roosters.
No.
The immediate release, Eddie, does help me to understand a little bit more the emotions of some Dragons fans, most notably the Mad Dragon.
Yeah.
Who put up a photo on his Instagram of Ben Hunt dropping the fucking ball in the Broncos jersey in the grand final and basically was like, fuck you, Ben Hunt.
It's exactly what he said. Or it might have been fuck Ben Hunt. Either there was a fuck there and followed quickly by Ben Hunt's name.
Yes.
Mad Dragons, he's pumped up, he's pissed off.
He got lit up in the comments though.
Well, you went after him in the comments as well.
Listen, all I said to him was, maybe you should start looking at your club before you look at the fucking player. Again, I wasn't entirely aware that he wanted immediate release, but, mate, look at your club. Your club fucking sucks, dude. And they've sucked since you won the grand final.
I can appreciate his
I can get you
frustration because he signed a extension recently. I think, how long ago did he sign the extension?
Last year. 2 years. Two-year extension last year.
2 extension last year.
Yeah.
Now, mid-season for the skipper to be going, I want to leave, is pretty punchy.
Oh, it's as punchy as it gets.
That's seriously punchy.
But you've got to wonder what the hell's going on at your club that your skipper wants to leave mid-season. That Jason Riles was coming to two of the facilities and basically has every journo on NRL 360 being like, mate, it's all happening. Like
it's done.
They'll announce it tomorrow. And Jason Riles walks in there and goes, you know what? Fuck this. A rookie coach given an opportunity. I think he was getting offered like a 4-year opportunity to become a head coach of an NRL side. What you want to do. Imagine an NRL player being given an opportunity to debut and they go, oh, Jesus, I've seen the way this club operates. You know what? I'll stick playing reserve grade for a little bit longer.
Mate, there's a little bit of that happening. Like the same thing with Serraldo, went to the Tigers, goes, nah, not my cup of tea.
I'm pretty sure that Fitzgibbon was offered the Dragons job as well. Another former player was like, you know what, dude, I want to coach, but I don't want to coach that badly. That place is a shit show. Mark Gasnier, when Flano was announced as the Dragons coach, Gasnier was like, great, but you fucking, and I'm paraphrasing the great Mark Gasnier here, but like, you're going to need a fuckload more to happen than that if you think that's going to turn the club around. Who the hell is that, Magoo?
He must have been the low amateur.
Oh, okay. Sorry, dude. But yeah, a lot more needs to happen for the club to turn around than just signing a coach. And again, they get Flano, who, unbeknownst to us, we don't even understand why, but like unwanted. Premiership winning coach.
I find, and I may have to slip this on.
Hold on.
Putting our tin foils on.
I'm putting it over my P's and D's, bro. Actually, I'm not. That doesn't work.
Do you not find the timing of this suspicious? Flanagan signs. Days later, Ben Hunt wants an immediate release.
But apparently, I was reading in the paper that they got on.
I don't think they do.
Well,
thus the fucking tin foily. That is too suspicious for me, mate.
Yeah.
Shane, okay, imagine this. Ben Hunt sitting there going, did we get Jason Riles? 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 No, we didn't. Okay, fuck, who are we going to get? Who are we going to get it? Bang, Shane Flanagan. Okay, I want an immediate release. I'm in camp away for Origin, but I want an immediate release.
Yeah,
when I get back from camp, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And if I have to pay my way out of it, I will.
And then Flanagan just comes out and goes, nah, Ben will be our halfback next year and he'll be our captain. And you're like, he's contracted, so they've got him by the testicles, as they say in
Do they
Mexico.
have him by the testicles?
Well, they do and they don't. It's rugby league, and if you want to go hard enough, like, they can just let you go. You know what I mean? Like, but the thing that I find a little bit like, hypocritical, shout out to go with Space Rearings at the US Open, is, your mad dragons of the world who don't give a fuck when it happens to another player or when it happens to a coach, but because it's a player that means something, it's like Ben Hunt's a piece of shit. It's like, mate, Ben Hunt I feel like he's given a lot to that club. Like he was on good money, sure, but like he also earned that money. Like he played well. He's been your only good player. He's been moved around. He's fucking, he's gone through Mary McGregor getting sacked, and then Hook comes in, and then Hook gets sacked. Like, maybe it's not the coaches, maybe it's the back house. Then, his 300th game thingo, and none of the club officials rock up to his like 300th gala dinner. He's the only one that rocks up to the end of season.
Yeah. No one else bothered going.
No one else bothers going.
He was literally the only one there.
It's like, mate, why do I want to stick around in this shithole and like just slowly die?
Yeah, he's in a nursing home at the moment at the ripe old age of fucking 31 or whatever he is.
A hospice.
He's in a hospice, mate, like where you go to die.
Yeah.
I know that sounds macabre, but
it's very macabre.
It's exactly where he is. The Dragons haven't looked after Benjamin. And listen, I'll put my hand up and admit I haven't watched every single game of yours closely.
No.
But
we may not even be right about that.
But the general feeling around town is that he's done a fair bit for the club. Now, I see comments from Mad Dragon. We're using him as an example.
Well, he's our yardstick because he was basically, kicking and screaming, having a tantrum.
He's like, what's he giving us? We haven't played finals footy since 2018, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, look at your side.
Yeah.
Your side's toilet.
You let McInnes go for a 400-year-old McCulloch. McInnes now still, like a top-line fucking NRL player.
We're still ripping and tearing off the bench for the Sharks.
You guys get Josh Maguire and shit. Now, some people say, well, that was Hook, who Ben of Hunt of all cunts wanted to stick around. Sure. Great point. Doesn't matter. Doesn't change the fact your club sucks.
Something interesting as well with Ben Hunt and Shane Flanagan. According to his Wikipedia page, Hunt is a Sharks fan. Self-proclaimed Sharks fan. So Flanagan would have won his club a premiership.
Well, listen, surely not still a Sharks fan.
Why would he be a Sharks fan?
It says here, despite growing up in Queensland, he's a self-proclaimed Sharks fan. He idolised Matt Rogers, which was the reason he supported the Sharks.
Well, there you go. That makes sense.
Yeah, he's probably not that passionate about it anymore.
No, I'd say that's probably.
I just find the timing very, very suspicious. Very suspicious. And listen, you hear whispers around town about old Flano. None of them substantiated.
None of them bad, though, really.
None of them that bad.
It's not like that sounds like he's fucking...
No, I mean, but like, no, none of them fucking dark.
No, it was just that after, he got suspended for his time at the Sharks because of salary cap breaches, I believe.
And then I think he breached the breach.
It was also to do with the supplements program at the Sharks.
Well, he stood down a little bit for that there, but I mean, some people say it was Stephen Dank. I don't know. But that coincided with the success of the club, and
that was the suspension that he broke, which got him suspended again.
Right. So he broke that suspension. Okay. Yeah, he breached a breach. I knew that.
Double breach.
Well, yeah, double breach. But at the end of the day, I hate to say it, but it's starting to look more and 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 more like the St. George faction needs to go.
Yep. Back to the Steelers.
This needs to go back to the Steelers. We've been over this on past episodes. The South Coast is begging, screaming, gagging for their own team. Not to share a team, for their own team.
South Coast Steelers. Doesn't even call it a while.
South Coast Steelers. Bang. You can play up and down that bad girl. Yeah. Go down to Nara. Go down to fucking Maribula. Go down to...
Bermagui.
A fucking oath. Play a bit of footy in Bega if you need to. You know what I mean?
South Coast Steelers. Fucking get rid of the Dragons.
That's what we're calling for.
Kick the Dragons out of the comp.
It's time to go.
It's time to kick the Dragons out of the comp.
It's time to go. The city's too congested.
This city ain't big enough for the Dragons.
No, it's not. Listen, you got the Sharks down that way. You've got the Bulldogs to your west. Yeah. I mean, there's no room anymore, I don't think.
It's cramped.
It's too cramped. Cogwa's a shithole.
It's a shithole.
It's time to go. And, I mean, the Dogs can swallow that territory. And then you move the team down to the South Coast.
Yeah.
You're based out of Wollongong. You play South Coast footy, tough, honest, hard-working rugby league.
Yeah.
Okay?
Not that Dragons crap.
No, not that Cogra stuff. I mean, you had a nice run, Dragons fans. You can always remember the time that you won like 8 in a row or 11 in a row in the 70s. Cool.
Like, that's cool. But you know what? You know who else played in the rugby league at one point? Sydney Uni. Like, you'll become a relic of the past.
The Annandale Dales, mate. The Glebe Dirty Reds.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
You're on the chopping block. You're on the pile.
Time to get rid of you. It just makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. I think we all know it makes sense.
How long do you hold on to a dying brand? You've got your main sponsor's gone. Jason Ryles, Narbraja, one of the great Narbras all time. Ben Hunt is literally going to pay his own money. He's 34 next year. His money is going to dry up in rugby league sense with how much he's getting paid now, and he's prepared to fucking part with it just to not be associated with the Dragons.
I'm hearing he wants to go back to the feeders. If he has to hang around, feeder club footy.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll play feeder footy.
And Origin.
Yeah, feeder footy and just Origin.
Feeder footy and Origin, yeah. And a bit of kangaroo stuff.
Yeah.
Not a bad life.
Mate.
Not a bad life.
Get paid, what you mean, you'd be able to make 90 grand off 3 Origins, you know what I mean?
Well, then he also gets his salary now just playing feeder club footy.
Yeah, well, that's also what Mad Dragons like. Just fucking make him play New South Wales Cup for the next 2 years.
You probably love that.
Okay.
I would.
Yeah.
Imagine going back to New South Wales Cup and dominating instead of getting dominated. Still playing Origin. Billy will still pick you. Bit of kangaroo stuff. Him and Mal get on. Thank you very much for coming. That'd be cakewalk stuff.
Yeah.
I'd froth over that.
In some breaking and disappointing news as well, the Mad Dragon of worst excuse of all time fame has politely, well, he's not available. He's not available for the Manly v Dragons round 22 live stream, which we offered to fly him over for because he's got a call. Let me just get this up.
He's calling footy.
Yeah, but like he's not calling Origin. He's calling one of the most bizarre, like just some random like club game, like just some like Perth club game. What round are we in?
I think this is round 16, the one that just happened.
Right, so he's got like 6 honest rugby league weeks to move his schedule around, and he can't because he's calling a random game. Listen, I respect the man. You got to do what you got to do, but it's just another reason why the fucking club needs to probably go the way of the Sydney Uni rugby league team, Glebe Dirty Reds, the Dales. Like, with their number one fucking fan isn't even able to get up and about.
Can't even commit to a live stream.
A live stream 7 weeks out.
8 weeks, 9 weeks.
10 weeks
10
out.
weeks out, yeah.
For his side.
Anyway, we wish them all the best, the Dragons.
Absolutely, we do.
Shout out to you.
We listen, we wish you all the best in the obscurity that will come from getting kicked out of the comp, right?
Well, when you get kicked out of the comp, there's going to be obscurity, know that.
But you will become a feeder team.
Yes.
Maybe for the South Coast Steelers.
Correct. That's exactly what will happen. You'll play New South Wales Cup.
Or dogs. You might be, or the dogs have their own. Like
the dogs got their own.
Maybe you just don't. Maybe you just fucking receivership them.
I think just feed down south.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with New South Wales Cup. That's where the Bears are. They're loving it.
Exactly. The Bears love it.
The Bears love the New South Wales Cup.
The Bears love it.
Like, you listen, I know they always sort of talk about trying to come back to the comp, but if you talk to the fans out in the street, they're pretty happy in the New South Wales Cup. They just plod along.
Yeah.
You know, you can still go to North Sydney on the weekend and watch them and fucking play beta rugby league. Like, it's, I think they're pretty stoked with it.
Maybe, and you know what?
And listen, I think they've made their peace with it.
Mad Dragon might be able to start commentating some, because he's obviously commentating Bush League games. So maybe he starts to commentate a couple of Dragons games. That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Maybe
you'd
a
win
dream
a comp.
come true. You might win a comp. You probably won't, but you might.
You might. Well, you better chance down there than up here.
Well, you are a chance down there. You're no chance up here.
That's exactly right.
You're no chance up here.
No chance. So maybe Spoon this year.
Yeah, they let Josh Kerr go mid-season as well. That seems like a smart decision.
New South Wales Cup the next. Good luck to you.
Now, obviously, the Trell is out. We did get to it. There's a lot been said. Origin this Wednesday. Trell out. Origin this Wednesday. Trell out. Origin this Wednesday.
Freddie admitted he was fucking very unlikely to play.
Yes, he did say that.
He did say that. He's been bristling in the media again.
That's all he does, dude. He's a bristler.
He's a bristler. Not from Whistler, just a bristler.
Not a bristler from Whistler, dude, but he's a bristler.
Oh, he's an old school bristler. Don't worry about that. He does not like getting asked questions about state of origin, which is interesting because he's the coach.
Yeah, it makes it difficult. And he's in the media.
Don't you find that weird? The coach he's not happy getting answering questions?
Don't ask me a fucking question about state of origin.
Don't ask me a question about state of origin again or I'll kill you.
Yeah, or I'll just eviscerate you on camera, which is what every journalist, I assume, wants to
I'll look
have.
deep into your soul and make you out like a fucking idiot for asking an origin-based question 4 days out from origin.
How do you feel about Latrell being out? Do you think it's going to harm your chances? What a fucking dumb question. Now, I don't know that actually happened. I am just pontificating here, but that's the vibe you get from...
No, you're going off vibe and vibe alone, and I respect that. He's bristling. There's no doubt about that. He's bristling. Now, bristle aside...
I think we can win.
We can win. We can 100% win. Mitch Moses, if you go off that Bulldogs form, Tom, that strong, elite Bulldogs form, best long kicker in the game, I'm hearing.
Best short kick up, best mid-range kick up.
He obviously links up with Lua, who had a good game one. We have on good authority that Tedesco prepared to pass the ball this time, which will be thrilling.
That'll be nice.
That'll be nice to watch. We just got to own the middle, mate.
Yeah, own the middle, and then I'd like to see Mitchie open up Turbo. Give Turbo some fucking clear
Open
air.
him up.
They didn't open him up at all.
Open him up.
They didn't open him up at all. Open him up.
Open him up. Win the middle. Okay, we got boys in the middle can win the middle.
Yeah.
Win the middle. All right, and then open up Turbo. Open him up. Leg spreader stuff. Part his C. You know what I'm talking about? Get in there.
Get in there. Bury your face into it.
Bury your face, Mitch. Deep in Turbo. Yep. And he'll deliver for you.
Eat his ass, Mitch.
Eat his ass. You eat that ass and he'll give you a hat trick. Know that. And we'll silence those scummy Queensland losers up there on their own home track.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Seeing Mitch eat Tommy's ass in front of 60,000 Queenslanders and then scores a hat trick. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Now, Latrell Mitchell's a big loss, but Stephen Crichton does a job. Critter does a job. Playing on that left edge. He knows the boys out there. He knows him.
I'm not
worried he knows him.
Critter's good. 2-time premiership winner, back-to-back.
Liam Martin comes on, does a job there.
World Cup finalist. It's all good. Let's just not play, as long as we don't play like it's a Penrith team, we play like a New South Wales side, I think we win.
I think we win and win well.
Yeah.
We are doing a live stream Wednesday night. That's for state politics, though. So
yeah, that was just to be honest, that had no relevance in the context of what we're talking about.
No, I just remembered it.
We are doing a live stream on Wednesday night to accompany some political chat.
Did you see Munster when they were finishing the interview with Channel 9 and he said to Joey, have you made up with your brother yet? And Joey gives him one of the dirtiest looks I think I've ever seen.
But it also kind of looked like Joey was performing a little bit because if you can get it up, he does sort of smile a little bit at the start and then is just pissed off. I can't
get a read on him, mate.
No,
he's quitting SEN. He's not talking to his brother.
I know. He's quit SEN. He's insane.
Burying people with his eyes, with his looks. I don't know why. I can't get a read on the man.
It's funny because it really, from like the outside looking in, and we are as outside as it gets, it just didn't, none of it seems that fucking bad. Like,
mate, he's taking it personally.
Cameron
that's
Munster
for sure.
and Jonathan Thurston joined the Channel 9 Sunday footy show.
Can we get the actual video?
Origin camp.
Is this not the video?
How much money have you taken off the boys with the kicking comps?
No, it is. It's like there's commentary over it.
I'm actually down today, Sammy, so paid up. Yeah, so paid up yesterday at training. They got me good, actually, so I was a little bit disappointed.
And with a couple of diehard Blues on the panel, things got frosty quickly as Munster asked Andrew Johns about his public feud with brother Matty Johns.
All right, Cameron, JT, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you Wednesday night.
Thanks, guys. Joey, have you made up with your brother yet?
Look at him here. Cut to Joey. There's a bit of a smirk there.
Not really.
They've always
I don't know.
Don't they?
I don't know. He doesn't.
All right.
I don't know.
He's so salty, dude.
I reckon he's salty.
He is. Why, Joey? Why? Can you just go back to that? Yeah, just go back again.
All right, Cameron, JT, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you Wednesday night.
Thanks, guys. Joey, have you made up with your brother yet?
You want to end?
Fist pumps him.
Dude, look at him.
Don't they?
That's so fucking.
Good one.
Look at him,
Mate.
I wonder whether it's because it's during Origin. He's not having a giggle. I just think that's more. He's so fucking competitive with Origin.
Yeah, he's so competitive, and that's what champions are, competitive. But I can't help but see Slater and Thurston and Smith, and then like with Munster there, everyone's just so relaxed. And,
Yeah, whereas
and,
this is-
and
this is-
Joey's so intense. Greg
Freddie-
Alexander's intense as well. Freddie's
intense.
fucking intense. He's banned everyone from drinking.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like,
no drinking. Like,
what's doing, bro?
Stop being so intense. I feel like when Freddie came in, it was relaxed. It was barefoot.
Yeah,
it was
dude, it's gone.
Smoking doobies on the field.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it
shoes
was
off.
doing
Let's eat mushies, mate. Like, let's go for a walk and fucking try and
Let's
find
go and eat
sick
some.
trees.
Let's go and eat mushies in the bush and go and just watch the wind blow the leaves around.
Let's get some fucking lilos and float down a river.
Yes.
Like, you know, that real,
Yes.
it was mushy
Let's
rugby
do
league.
some DMT and fucking, go into another planet.
Let's lay down under the stars next to a fire and talk about what we see. Let's
Yeah.
look for shooting stars,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
And we came in super loose as a goose,
Yeah.
punters and dribblers.
Yeah.
And what did we do? We won 2 fucking series in a row. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
And then as
it's
soon as-
it's just got a bit tighter ever since we lost.
We're
that-
having bad trips now, and I feel like we're not enjoying the trips anymore.
No, we're not. No, the trips have become
The trips
problemsome.
the trips are becoming problemsome.
Troublesome.
Yeah, well, these are bad trips. I don't know if Freddie's getting these mushies from someone, some weird, like who his supplier is.
But are we even tripping anymore? Because he's banned everything.
Well, that's true. We aren't even allowed to
You're not
trip.
even allowed to
Well,
trip.
the worst trip of all is the one you're not allowed to have.
That's exactly right. Or the one you're denied of.
Yeah.
The boys have come in. They got the mushy chocolate ready to rock and roll. Everyone's foaming at the mouth. They want to wash it down with a nice bloke.
Yes.
Nah, not allowed.
Sorry, not allowed to do it. Freddie's in there. All marijuana and mushrooms and beers banned. You're like, what the fucking, what dictatorship are we living in?
What would Tommy Radonicus say?
He'd be going, boys, here's a straw, here's some cocaine, go and doof each other.
Yeah, doof this bitch, baby. Doof away. Like that's the way we played rugby league, or at least the state used to.
Yeah.
We'd go down to the Coogee Pav, we'd doof each other and we'd have a great time.
Yeah.
Hug, kiss. You know what I mean? Bit of a fucking
Now, Freddie, obviously, he
Bit of a
sort of
slap on
ushered
the
in
arse.
the more
modern take.
but like I guess the modern consumption of more mind altering substances, right? Things that expand your mind.
Yes.
Cocaine, not having experienced it, but seems a little bit more of a an intense experience. Whereas I think, again, having never experienced the delight of mushrooms or marijuana, the more mind altering one was also being used as a way to play rugby league, like you are high on mushrooms. You know what I mean? Do things creative, expansive, universal, like galactical.
It was Galactic Rugby League.
Yeah.
It was Galactic Rugby League. That was the brand we were playing.
Well, we picked a team full of shooting stars.
They're shooting stars, but shooting stars that shot together.
Yes.
Climaxed together.
Yes.
Finished together.
You go out there and the grass was so green that you just like, what the fuck? You wanted to touch it.
But all you wanted to do was get a steeding in your hands because...
Which, often you probably didn't even realise what you were catching.
You didn't know what you were catching. You didn't know if it was a fucking mango or a bloody...
A baby.
Camel's head. Like, it didn't matter, quite frankly.
All that mattered was that you were off your head.
Yeah. Off your head, but the right amount of off your head.
Yeah. Well,
off your head, you were almost...
dialed in.
You were super dialed.
Well, listen, again, I've never had mushrooms, but there's an element of mushrooms.
Flow state.
Well, flow state, you're more alert sometimes. You're more aware of your surroundings.
Well, you're more dialed in.
Yeah, you're hyper aware.
You're aware of the defender who's not moving his feet.
You know what?
Enough.
I'm also aware of what you're thinking.
Well, it almost
mushrooms. You have a little connected.
Yes, there is a connection, a oneness to the sides. Now, do you get a little bit telepathic? Sure. I think at times we did play telepathic rugby league.
Yes.
Can I take you back to Perth? Game 2, driving rain. Fucking Tedesco slipping as one usually does if the name's Tedesco. But he knows that he's got a Tommy Turbo on his right hip. He throws up the seed of doom. Tommy catches it. How does he know that? Telepathic.
Yeah.
This is mushroom
high on
footy.
mushrooms.
Mushroom footy. And I just can't shake the feeling that we are now living under tyrannical times.
This is a Prohibition era rugby league side.
And we know what happened during Prohibition. Not good things.
No.
Not good things.
Now
bad
they're having
things.
to sneak it in, and if they're getting it, it's not good quality.
Then there's gangsters involved, the mafia's involved, you've got standover men,
Price
you've got undermen,
gouging,
overmen.
all the way down to the poor people at the coalface who are sourcing it.
You're drinking absolute dog shit. You're drinking moonshine. You're not drinking that Primo stuff,
No.
that Patron stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's a vibe from the outside looking in. And what I'm pairing with is the intensity of interviews with the intensity and the lack thereof of the answer, paired with the fact that no one's allowed to drink, paired with the fact that
No one's allowed to do mushrooms
no one's allowed to do mushrooms
or smoke marijuana publicly.
or go float down the river if they want.
Yeah. No.
That's what I'm seeing.
From what I'm hearing, there is not a single element of training which is just sit in a bush.
I also
Sit amongst nature.
and then
Go watch birds.
and then you hear about the intensity of the training sessions as well.
We're hearing very intense.
I'm hearing fucking preseason intense, like fitness level intense,
We're hearing,
like go to the gym
that
intense.
fucking clubs are like, hey, can you guys chill the fuck out on how intense you're training these boys? They're not going to get fitter in a week.
We're hearing again. This is just what we're hearing. That some clubs are sending down their own fucking physios and doctors to monitor the situation because things are so intense. That's what we're hearing.
And that's like, I even actually read an article where they were like, yo, the future of Origin needs to be like the club trainers, because the clubs are obviously forking out the big bicky for these players, and then go out to Origin and then they get put through the ringer by someone who's not actually been across their entire medical history and all that sort of stuff. It's like, hey, we kind of also need to have some involvement here. You know what I mean? We need to be a little bit more across what's going on here.
I don't know anything about rugby league. I want that on the public record. I know absolutely nothing. But it does strike me, a man who knows nothing about rugby league, as a little bit interesting or suspicious or bizarre is probably a better word, that you would be going into a camp and you would be fucking doing fitness training and shit like that. That's not going to do jack shit. Like, you got to go in and loosen the mind, unshackle it, Tom.
Mm-hmm. Expand it.
Expand it by unshackling it. It expands once unshackled.
Yep.
It's like unsheathing a penis and watching it grow.
And a penis can only grow once unsheathed. Put that on a fucking quote card. Yeah. A penis can only grow once unsheathed.
One must unsheath a penis.
For it to grow.
For it to grow. Now, that's the sort of rugby league we should be playing. Yeah. And from where I'm sitting, it seems like we're sheathed. Well, the state looks sheathed.
We're sheathed. Can't grow.
Now, we may well come out on Wednesday and play unsheathed rugby league.
Well, and listen, I don't think that would be in any small part because of the fact that we have, shone a light on it today, this day.
Of all days.
Of all days. It wouldn't shock me if they came out and unsheathed their rugby league and you saw a bunch of boys unsheathed and high on mushrooms.
Well, and growing. Growing throughout the game. And high as a kite. Yeah. That's the sort of footy I want to see Wednesday night. And if we get it, we win. Know that.
And if we lose, they didn't do it.
Correct.
Eddie, not much more to get through here other than just a cheerio to friend of the show, Timothy Tszyu, who absolutely fucking mauled Ocampo in the first round.
72 seconds, he fucking pounded him into the earth. Some people were a bit worried about this fight. Tszyu's the real fucking deal.
Well, the whole marketing campaign was like, this is a risk.
He has shown such big balls.
Cojones
going, okay, like fucking old mate's out. Charlo's out, and I could sit here and wait for him to get better. Or I could take two really tough fights and pound the both of them.
Yeah. That's right. He was meant to fight Charlo in January. January,
was it?
And then fucking breaks the hand. All right, sweet. I'll fight that guy whose name I can't remember. And then, okay, sweet, I'm going to go again. Ocampo, who's fought for 2 world titles, no slouch, tough as fuck, Mexican. And he just goes out and absolutely mauls him. It's funny, right? Like, obviously he's improving and getting better and he's young and, like, that's what happens. But it's kind of, I don't know, there's just something about it where you kind of forget the level of improvement someone like that can have. And seeing him on the weekend was like, oh, shit. Like he hasn't had, like, earlier on his knockout power didn't seem like it was really there, and it's like one of those things that was always compared to his dad about. It was like, he can fight, but his dad had the power. And his brother Butch Nikita's got it. Butch has power, but the last guy he fought, with the one that we're at, and again the name escapes me, knocked that guy out, and then this Ocampo, like Jesus Christ, dude, he was wobbly. He knocked him out in 77 seconds. He had him wobbly in 30.
Well, he dropped him after, 50 seconds the first time?
Yeah.
Gets up and then fucking pounds him.
And now they're saying, Jeff Fennick's saying he should be the favourite against Charlo, but...
That's bold.
That is bold. But now they're like, this thing will be a Vegas fight. They weren't necessarily sure.
Oh, really?
And obviously that doesn't mean it will be, but everyone's like, after that knockout and the fact the way he's done it over the last 2, like, he has done more to bolster his, like, reputation.
Fucking Yeah. Mate, people were saying, was he lucky to get the title the first time? Yeah. Now he's gone, nah, bro.
Now people are like, no, he is the man. He's the one to do it.
100%. Quite a dog bite he had.
What sort of dog was? Was it Pitbull?
I think it was.
I think he actually said, he goes, I was bit by a Pitbull and I felt like I was possessed by one when I was in there. Pitbulls are a big day. Like, I get all dogs aren't all like, but like, fucking hell, man. Oh, yeah, my mate's dog bit me. Don't they usually get put down for shit like that? Like, if that wasn't your mate's dog, that dog's going to get killed, isn't it?
Don't know. Maybe he's riling it up. He might have been trying to fight the dog. Who knows? But
his arm was fucked.
It was quite a bite.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Like, it was a bite's bite.
No, it was a bite's bite. That you stay bit when you get bit like that.
Well, he said as much. Yeah. He's got that dog in him.
He had to go to surgery. I was like, fuck. I was like, how hectic of a bite we're talking here for surgery? And you're like, oh, that.
Well, then when you saw it, you go, okay,
yeah,
I get it.
Oh, you got bitten by a dog.
Yeah. It's not just a nip. Not a nip on the finger.
No.
This thing went for you.
No. You tell you what, it's like, I don't have any mates with a pit bull. I'd be scared around them all the time, though.
I think we do.
That ain't a pit bull, buddy. That's a mix. That ain't a pit bull. That's not a pit bull.
I think it is.
No, it is, but it's not a pit bull, if you know what I mean. Like, a pit bull is... I would be shocked if that wasn't mixed with some fucking staffy or something that sort of, like, smoothed the edges of the pit bull.
Don't know.
I'd be shocked if he was a full-blown.
Why? Because they're not all pit bulls are aggressive.
No, not because it's not aggressive, because pit bulls are fucking jacked, dude. It's a jacked dog, that
It's jacked.
Nah, not that jacked. Tonka's bigger than it.
Pit bulls aren't that big.
Can you please get a jacked pit bull?
Get up average weight of a pitty.
No, get up just a pit bull. You'll see this fucking...
So there's a lot of bully breeds, as they call them. The American pit bull, average weight, fucking pounds.
Fucking pounds.
Like, see, look at the ears on those bastards.
16 to 27 kilos.
He doesn't have ears like that.
16 to 27, so they're not that big.
Yeah, but dude, they don't have to be big. But like, look at the ears. Old mate does not have ears like that.
I think old mate does.
Not like that. Surely not. Not the rapper. That's more like him a little bit.
Yeah, bottom left.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Nah, he's not real pity.
Not like that.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That's the pit bull that I don't have. Like, no one that I know has a dog like that.
Except Jai Arrow.
No. Well, yeah, Jai. Jai actually just got a new one. So I think the other one may have had to have been destroyed. I don't know. I hope for the dog's sake, but...
Anyway, shout out to the bite. Shout out to Tszyu, who
shout out to
like a champion, clearly.
Shout out to Pitties.
Tob, have you been running?
Yes, I went for a run on Saturday.
Because Scotty Bellotti pointed out you didn't run for the last 7 days.
No, that was. I don't think that was Scotty Bellotti. It was someone.
Well,
whatever. Who was it?
7 days.
Yeah, whatever. Well, when the morning they posted that was I just finished up on my
right.
run.
So 7 days.
I'd been pumping the mobility workouts.
Listen, you've got to be getting pretty worried.
No, not at all.
Can I be honest with you? Can I voice some fears of mine?
Go on.
Of ours?
Sure.
Your dad's, Tom and I, starting to get a little bit concerned that you're not going to finish.
Finish?
Yeah. Legitimately.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
We've got
as
concerns.
my coaches, that'd be a pretty bad look for you two.
Well,
we're not your coach.
You want to start coaching?
No, we're the overseers.
Feel free to
What we do is
pipe up
we
whenever you wanna start coaching.
facilitate the coaching. So we've got Jeff Athletic
Yeah, that's
working
fair.
on you. We've got Clancy who's going to be trying to get you over the line. We've got your programs, but it is don't take the fact that your dad's got up off the couch and showed, pitbull like grit and determination. It is the hardest fucking thing I've ever done. And even though we were injured and didn't train much, we were training a fuckload more than you were. And we want to see you finish. We want the best for you. We want you to get over the line.
This is us revving you up.
Yeah.
12 weeks is a lot of time.
Toddler,
it
not,
goes
buddy.
quick.
It
goes quick.
It's
12
not.
weeks is a lot of time. And,
It's not a lot of time to take off.
The visible signs of training might not be there, but just know
It's
that
not about
it's
the
there.
visible. It's not about
know
being
that it's
visible.
there.
Trust me, I
No,
don't
that's
think.
the thing. That's the thing about Strava is that we can all see what you've been doing.
Strava doesn't paint the fullest picture, There's a lot of other stuff going on besides like the actual running training. But
Oh yeah.
I really agree that
Okay.
that's
it's all- you
about to ramp
listen.
up. That's going to ramp up, baby.
It's going to ramp up.
There's
Is
no
it?
substitute to K's in the legs.
No, and you've been
Absolutely
talking
not.
about ramping up for a fucking while now.
Well,
You're into first
You're
week.
gonna ramp.
You're into first week of the program territory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can dribblers still sign up at the moment?
Yeah.
SydneyMarathon.com. Promo code is dribbler to join the Goals Run Club. There's a shitload of you already in there. Time is now to get in. You'll get a discount of about 20%, I believe, if you sign up right now.
With the code dribbler.
With the code dribbler, at this stage you're guaranteed to beat Tobler, which, at this stage we're revving him up because we don't want that to happen. But
Listen, we've got an after party at the Ivy, which is going to be a lot of fun.
for finishes.
But well, yeah.
No,
fair enough.
if you've run, you've run.
But you've got to have run the marathon.
You got to try.
Or you got to have tried to. We're going to be going down there in the morning, Churchillian speech, to pump everyone up.
Yeah.
Tobler he's looking rattled over there. He's
rattled. He's rattled.
He's rattled over there.
He's rattled. His dads have rattled him.
He's thinking about. I'll tell you what he's thinking about. He's thinking about that
Not
half.
finishing.
He's thinking about that half.
Yeah.
And then he's thinking about doubling that.
And then a bit more.
And also, what you got to understand about that is that it only compounds. It only gets worse. So it's
You
not
thought
like you
that
don't get
half was hard,
halfway.
dude?
You don't get halfway and go, "Oh, that was fucking."
I'm into a
let's
rhythm
reset.
now. I'm into a rhythm. It's fucking grueling. It is painful. You chafe.
Put it this way:
Your
the
joints
first,
ache.
if you don't find the first half easy, you're in big trouble.
Huge trouble.
I was just thinking, like, baggy jeans, not the worst thing in the world.
No.
We'll be right. We'll be right.
Okay, we'll be right. We'll be right. We'll be right. What do you reckon, Dave? Have you got an opinion?
Keep an eye on
And
it.
not just some. Don't be an apologist. Don't.
No,
be
I've got faith in my boy Tobler.
I
I think
appreciate
if
that,
if
Dave.
there's one thing that could maybe help him out, it might be a bit more free time to train. I feel like he's busy. He's a busy man.
What
so.
do we do
not
with
a bad
free time
point.
to
That's not a
train? You
bad
know what you do?
point.
You get up an hour earlier. You go to bed an hour later. You fucking.
You dig deep. You got
dig
to.
deep.
You got to take advantage of your Fridays, of your Saturdays, of your Sundays. There's days there.
There's days to be had.
Yeah.
There's days to be had.
It's about want.
Just keep an eye on the Strava. Keep
Yeah,
an
we
eye
will.
on it.
Okay.
Keep an eye on it.
He can do it.
That's all I'll say.
I've never seen a man try so hard to give up vaping. So he's really trying
Fucking.
and fail
Doesn't
so hard.
look like
But not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Just don't have one.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Well, I don't vape anymore. I'm not a vapor.
Well, I saw. Well, you got sent a video like a week ago of you vaping. So
yeah,
I'm just
but
trying to
yeah, it
work
was a week ago. A lot can change in a
out.
week.
Okay. No,
A week
Like a lot can change in 12 weeks.
Well, you quit vaping like 3 weeks before that as well. So I was just trying to work out which one was it? I'm just trying to work that.
Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Ears to the ground.
Write him off at your own peril.
We are writing you off. We're giving you.
we're not writing
This
you
is coaching, dude. This is coaching 101 right here. What you're seeing
this
is
is how you
coaching.
coach.
Take notes, Freddie.
This is how you coach. All right, love yous all.
That's SydneyMarathon.com. Promo code is dribbler. 20% off if you want to run. Lots of shit that comes along with that, including a big old party afterwards. And Eddie was correct when he just said that that's it from us.
Bye bye.
Ciao.
Could you two just not talk anymore?